Welcome dear student for HSC online lecture initiative taken by Shet Vidya Mandir English High School and Junior College of Science and Commerce. I am Miss Ragini Singh, Assistant Lecturer of Biology, and today we are continuing with our chapter Molecular Basis of Inheritance, and in today's module we are going to study about the vectors and the Human Genome Project. In today's module, we are going to focus more on the Human Genome Project. So before I start, I request you all to be seated with the book, pen and pencil, write down today's date and take down the important notes. Let's recap what we studied in the last module. In the last module, we studied many things. The important one was the genetic code. In this, we actually understood how to write the genetic code. If we talk about the genetic code, it is UCAG. As in the first box, it is U. Everywhere you will write down capital U. Second place also it is U, so you will write down all the U, and in the third place it is UCAG and you will write down as UCAG. Each specific codon code for specific amino acids: phenylalanine, leucine, serine, tyrosine. So these are the important genetic code. In addition to this, we even studied about the characteristics of the genetic code. So let's start with the today's module. Genomics. Now what is genomics? In the chapter Inheritance and Variation, we have studied about the genome. The entire or the complete set or sequence of gene is called as the genome. The term genome was introduced by H. Winkler in 1920. It is the total genetic constitution of an organism. Alternatively, it is a complete copy of genetic information, that is DNA, or one complete set of chromosomes, that is either monoploid or haploid of an organism. The term genomics was coined by T.H. Roderick in 1986. Is the study of genomes through analysis, sequencing and mapping of genes along with their functions. So this genomics is nothing but it is a complete set of chromosomes, so you can say complete set of genes, and it is the study of genes through the analysis. You will analyze, you will sequence and you will map. Genomic study may be classified into two types: structural genomics and functional genomics. Structural genomics, it involves mapping, sequencing and analysis of genome, whereas functional genomics, it deals with the study of functions of all gene sequence and their expressions in organism. So genomics are of two types: structural genomics and functional genomics. What is HGP, Human Genome Project, was closely associated with rapid development of new area in biology called bioinformatics. This bioinformatics completely works on with respect to the computer. The work of Human Genome Project has allowed researchers to begin to understand the blueprint. Blueprint means it's a complete sequencing, the complete information of the particular DNA, and constructing the human genome. As researchers learn more about the functions of genes and proteins, this knowledge will have a major impact in the fields like medicines, biotechnology and life science. Therefore, Human Genome Project is very, very important. Actually, the human genome is considered to be the most important. In addition to collecting the information, if the particular person is suffering from any of the hereditary disease, it can be corrected by using the correct information. That's why this HGP, that is the Human Genome Project, is considered to boon for the today's generation and time. Now let's understand applications of genomics. Genomics is used in agriculture to develop transgenic crops. If you look at the population today, the normal agriculture resources are not sufficient to beat this population. That's why you require this transgenic crop which will be more disease resistant, more, you can say, they are not susceptible to the environmental condition, they are strong. So second one is genetic markers developed in genomics have application in forensic analysis. This is very important to solve any of the mystery cases. Third one, genomics can lead to introduce new gene in microbes to produce enzymes, therapeutic proteins and even biofuels. If you talk about the therapeutic proteins, it is with respect to the Helpful proteins, that is the treatment. Suppose if in a particular family there is an issue with respect to blood clotting, it means the blood clotting factor 8 is not been working properly, so you can develop this therapeutic proteins so that their problem is solved. Suppose if you consider a simple thing of insulin, biotechnology is developing so that it is being used by the people externally and they can be treated well. Human Genome Project. The Human Genome Project was initiated in 1990 under the International Administration of the Human Genome Organization, that is HUGO. This project was coordinated by US Department of Energy and National Institute of Health. What is this human genome? What are the steps of this Human Genome Project? Mapping the entire genome at the level of nucleotide sequences. What are the nucleotide sequences? A, T, G, C. To store the information collected from the project in database. Here it is where the bioinformatics comes into the picture. To develop tools and techniques for analysis of the data. Fourth one, transfer of the related technologies to private sector such as industries. Fifth one, taking care of legal, ethical and social issues which may arise from the project. So these were the concept behind the Human Genome Project, their start, as well as what are the important point that need to be considered in the Human Genome Project. This is the table 4.17 from your textbook, where you can see the comparative genome size of human and other model organisms. If you talk about the organism, that is human Homo sapiens, chromosome number is 46, estimated gene number is 33,000, and estimated size, that is base pair, is 3 billion. And you will be surprised to know that scientists have actually mapped the entire Human Genome Project. They know that which base pair codes for what. Your brown color eye, black color eye and the blue color eye has been coded by which base pair. It has been entirely mapped, and scientists have this blueprint also. Mouse, that is mus musculus, chromosome number is 40, estimated gene number 25,000, and estimated size base pair is 2.9 billion. Scientists have actually mapped all these organisms genes. Fruit fly, that is Drosophila melanogaster, chromosome number is 8, so gene number 13,000 and base pair is 165 million. There's one plant called as Arabidopsis thaliana, chromosome number 10, estimated gene number 25,000 and base pair 157 millions. Roundworm Cynorhabditis elegans, chromosome number 12, estimated gene number 19,000 and base pair 97 million. If you talk about yeast, that is Saccharomyces cerevisiae, chromosome number 32, estimated gene number 6,000, base pair 12 million. Bacteria, that is the Escherichia coli, chromosome number 1. Since the chromosome number 1 is there, but the gene number is 44,000 and the base pair is 4.6 million. So of all this organism, including the human, that is Homo sapiens, the entire gene is mapped. DNA fingerprinting. Now this DNA fingerprinting technique was actually a very boon to today's time, because in this you can actually find out whose DNA is matching. If it is suppose a crime scene where there is a murder, or if it's a rape scene, or if there is any maternal paternal dispute to find out who is the father of the child, this DNA fingerprinting plays a very important role. So what is the procedure of this DNA fingerprinting? Let's see. You take the sample, and from that sample, first step is the DNA extraction. You isolate the purified DNA. Now here one more additional step can be taken. If you want to increase the number of the DNA, then another technique that comes into picture is the PCR. With the help of that restriction enzyme, you cut that DNA and there is a digestion. Finally, there is the DNA fragments which is present. You do the electrophoresis. Now electrophoresis is a technique in which this DNA is run on a gel. Finally, there is Southern blotting. Now what is Southern blotting? It is a transfer of DNA to the membrane. So if on this gel there is the DNA which is present, you place a membrane. This is generally made up of nitrocellulose, and you place it and apply the weight. And once the weight is been applied, this DNA is transferred onto this membrane. Then you select the single stranded DNA probes, hybridization of DNA, and finally you do the X-ray, in which you can see this banding pattern. that is DNA fingerprinting. So on this basis of this analysis of the DNA fingerprinting, you can find out who is the main culprit, or you can solve the maternal disputes also. So very important technique, that is DNA fingerprinting. Very important, know the scientist, father of the DNA fingerprinting in India. He was instrumental in making DNA fingerprinting mainstream in India for research and its forensic application. He obtained DNA probe from Y chromosome of female banded kite snake. What is this kite snake? It has a band, it has a lining. Now in this snake, female has XY chromosome. It means the female is heterozygous, and male has YY chromosomes. It means male is homozygous. So here actually the female determines the sex of the child. The unique segment obtained from this chromosome is banded kite minor, that is BKM DNA. It was used to develop probe for the indigenous DNA fingerprinting technique. Dr. Lalji Singh, 1947 to 2017. Contribution of Dr. Lalji Singh: he installed several dedicated laboratories on aspects of genetics such as population biology, structural biology and transgenic research. Second, his work in the field of DNA fingerprinting technology contributed for wildlife conservation, forensic evolution and phylogeny. Phylogeny is something where you understand who is the ancestor or who is the forefather. Established Center for DNA Fingerprinting and Diagnosis, that is CDFD, in the late 1990s, making it nodal center for DNA fingerprinting and diagnostics for all species and several diseases. Fourth one, founded Laboratory for Conservation of Endangered Species, that is LACONS. See, whatever is given in the textbook in this pink box or in the bracket, you are supposed to remember, you're supposed to learn, and especially this abbreviation such as banded kite minor DNA. In exams, even if in the entrance exam all this question is asked, what is the full form of CDFD? Center for DNA Fingerprinting and Diagnostics and Conservation of Endangered Species, that is LACONS. All these are the contributions of Dr. Lalji Singh, a very highly appreciable and the renowned scientist. I hope this module was very clear to you all. A general introduction about the Human Genome Project and very important things to be deal with it. Now please take down your assignment. You are supposed to write down a note on the Human Genome Project. Thank you for attending this module. This was the last module of this chapter. We'll again come back with the new module of the new chapter. Thank you for attending this.